Help me, please. You're okay, Mom. Are you sure? Let's go.
Boy, incredible video out of Houston. First responders there helping a mother and her children escape a burning apartment. After one of the kids woke up their mom, she rushed everybody out to the balcony because fire had already engulfed the front door. Only moments after you saw them being taken to safety here, the fire gobbled up the balcony as well. The mother, her husband, and 3 kids are all okay. The fire destroyed 16 apartment units and its cause is still under investigation. Instant Pot is saying a few of its multi-cookers are prone to overheating.
In a Facebook post, Instant Pot says it has received a small number of reports of the GEM 65 8-in-1 multi-cookers overheating. The company believes the problem only affects a few batches of the cookers. A recall hasn't been issued yet, but Instant Pot is saying you should stop using them immediately. We've listed all the information online at clickondetroit.com. Nowadays, most kids are great at using electronics and touchscreens. Many, though, are actually struggling to hold a pencil.
This shouldn't surprise us, should it? Doctors in the UK say children use technology so much their hand muscles are not developing properly. In fact, children are entering school with less hand strength and dexterity than just 10 years ago. Experts say parents can help by encouraging them to play with blocks, crayons, stickers, or pull toys. But if you do break out the iPad, choose apps that use creative drawing and playing. Again, they get doing that too much.
Sure.
Local 4 News at 6 coming up next.
Here's Devin with what's coming up. Hey, Devin.
Can't hold a pencil.
I knew you were going to have a comment.
I'm going to sound like a grumpy old man no matter what I say. I understand. I understand. All right, we've got stories coming up from Clinton Township, Oxford, and Sterling Heights here at 6. Also, a Macomb County family trying to figure out who poisoned their dog with treats. What was found in the food that has other pet owners concerned. Larry.
Four people dead, and now the suspect is dead as well. I'm Larry Sproul, and I'll tell you what a local pastor says needs to be done about the crime in this area.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Some folks get ripped off at this ATM. The crooks didn't have a weapon. In fact, the crooks weren't even here.
If there ever was a not in my backyard moment, this is it.
Everybody here was nervous.
But there are a lot of problems trying to get this mess fixed. We'll tell you why.
All right, Rod, but we're going to begin with breaking news that crosses state lines. The manhunt for a gunman in Detroit ends in Ohio. It tops our news tonight at 6. The day-long manhunt started with the deadly shooting of 3 people on Detroit's west side, and then a 4th person was killed at a home nearby.
And just a couple of hours ago, the alleged gunman turned the gun on himself. Local 4's Larry Sproul has been following this story for us all day long and joins us live with some new information. Larry, good evening.
Good evening, Kimberly. Police are still trying to figure out what made that suspect kill 4 people here in Detroit, drive to Ohio, and then kill himself. Now, I spoke with one local pastor here at the scene. One of the victims is his church member. He tells me this shooting was just senseless.
God's got to fix this, and of course, God's got to help us to help our community to fix it.
That's the only right answer, says Pastor Spencer Ellis of Citadel Praise Church. I spoke with him just minutes after learning one of his church members, Raphael Hall, was shot and killed at this gas station.
I mean, he was Mr. Do-It-All at our church.
Police say Hall, his daughter, and a neighbor were shot and killed outside this gas station on Detroit's west side by this man, 27-year-old George Anthony Davis. Investigators say Davis left the gas station and drove to his cousin's house. That's where he shot and killed him. Hours later, police found Davis in Ohio. Deputies tell Local 4 Davis shot at police and then shot himself. He died from his injuries. We spoke to one man who saw everything at the scene in Ohio.
He jumped out and he ended up running. And then I guess somewhere along he ended up shooting himself. I just heard a pop, and at that point I just stayed in my truck.
Meanwhile, Pastor Ellis tells me something needs to be done about the crime.
We have to keep striving and keep reaching out to our community, keep offering programs, keep offering Christ.
And police did tell me there are security cameras here at this gas station across the street, and those cameras did catch the shooting on camera. Right now, police are going through that footage. We're live on Detroit's West Side tonight. Larry Spruill, Local 4.
Larry, we heard the pastor there talk about one of the victims, Deacon Hall. What about the other victims? What do you know about them, or have their names been released yet? Anything?
Well, as of right now, Kimberly, the names have not been released of those other 3 victims. The only victim we really know about is that deacon of his church. They said that he was a man of God and that he was taking the other woman in the back seat to work this morning. So he always wanted to help out the community.
Just terrible. Just so terrible. Okay. Larry, thanks.
We also continue to follow breaking news at this hour from Sterling Heights, where a construction worker's body has now been located after a trench collapse. Happened about 2 o'clock this afternoon at a construction site along Mound Road between 18 and 19 Mile Roads. Police say the worker is part of a private contractor's crew. That stretch of southbound Mound will remain closed until further notice.
We have a Local 4 News update for you in the investigation of a 3-year-old girl's death last November. 24-year-old Cassandra Murkowski is facing murder charges in connection to the death of her 3-year-old daughter, Skylar. Police began an investigation after little Skylar arrived at the hospital with injuries to her head. Murkowski is facing murder and child abuse charges. She's due back in court March 6th.
In the wake of the Parkland, Florida school shooting, teachers returned to the school to prepare for, I guess, what you'd call a new normal, with classes resuming on Wednesday.
In the meantime, in Washington, the president promised to act on guns even if Congress won't. He revealed that he met with NRA leaders over the weekend. The NRA rejected the president's idea to raise the legal age for buying guns, but backed his controversial plan to arm teachers. The president also making headlines after saying he would have charged into the school during the shooting even if he were unarmed. Well, the investigation into the massacre continues, with Florida's governor calling for an investigation into how authorities responded to the incident.
Closer to home, many local communities on edge after reports of various threats and scares in schools. And those threats do have serious consequences, even if no one ends up being hurt.
Yeah, they really do. Paula Tutman has a look at how they impact not only the suspect, but our communities.
It's not just kids making these threats, adults as well. Now, adults, even juveniles, are being prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. But if you are a juvenile, if you are a young person, there's a little something extra in store for you. Consider this: while the media can't splash the face of a juvenile school threat maker once they're caught, the sting lasts for far longer than 15 minutes of infamy anyway. Calling it a threat is a life-altering and life-ruining offense.
When that happens, they're going to be found, they're going to be charged, and they're going to be convicted. And what happens when that happens, they're kicked out of school. Colleges aren't taking these kids because they don't want that kind of kid in their school. And funding is almost non-existent. So this one moment in time where a kid feels like they have to draw attention to themselves for some reason is going to have a lifetime of effect on them.
Every single county is grappling with a rash of school threats right now. Some called in, some emailed in, some scribbled on a bathroom mirror, some stumbled over on social media, some chatted about after school. But just making the threat is the felony, even if the suspect has no plans, intentions, motives, or even means to carry out that threat.
When you're talking about 17-year-olds in the state of Michigan, just like the federal law, 17 is the age of criminal responsibility. So when you're talking about kids who are still in high school, that's 17-year-olds, and they are dealt with as adults and not as juveniles under our law.
Be vigilant, be aware, be on your kids, check what they're doing, because you don't want to find out after you get a knock on the door from the sheriff's department.
This is costly, and it is not a prank. One threat costs hundreds of hours of investigation and prosecution. The toll on the tax-paying public, crushing. And even parents sometimes can face charges when the kid makes the threat, making one single threat potentially a criminal family affair. And by the way, in Macomb County, they have a 100% conviction rate for these kinds of charges. Paula Tutman, Local 4.
Paula. This massive sinkhole in one Oakland County community is giving neighbors a headache, worrying about whether they're going to end up with flooded basements. It's also sending repair crews racing to find a fix. But Rod Maloney joins us with a look at how a repair is not going to come easy. Rod?
When you buy a home in a place like Lakes of Indianwood, you want to be part of nature. But every now and then nature comes and bites you, because Look at this. This is the sinkhole that exists. Now, this is much better than it was on Saturday because it was going 2 feet over the side of the bank back then. A river runs through Indianwood. It's called Paint Creek. But today you might call this lake I don't know, because when you ask the Road Commission of Oakland County about the fix, they simply don't know. Mike Young tells us a 4 by 6 foot culvert collapsed, and they don't even know how it happened.
No way to determine it. Age, weather, and nothing lasts forever. It's metal. Nothing lasts forever.
These waters started rising Saturday morning, and 18-year resident Al Brush started worrying. Have you ever seen anything like this?
No, never.
The water crept up to his back door and was minutes from spilling into his basement. He says Lake I don't know covered what he's always known as woodland.
Felt like a 1,000-year flood plan is out by that little brick circle out there. So it never goes, and it's pure sand. So it just drains away, but with the frozen ground, it's just Mother Nature at work.
The Road Commission brought in pumps, big ones, and they're moving 15,000 gallons a minute to try and protect the homes.
But until we get control of the water, we really can't even put a shovel in the ground because all we're going to do is make a bigger mess.
The other major problem is who owns the land here. The Road Commission owns about a quarter of it, but they're going to have to remove the entire hill, which may be owned by Oakland County Water Resources and a nature conservancy. The neighbors all want to know, okay, when you're going to have this noise turned off and when is this mess going to get fixed? And the answer that comes back is, I don't know. But rest assured, it could be a week, perhaps even more. In Oxford, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
What a mess. And as it stands tonight, the water is receding 1 foot every 12 hours, but they're still working on getting permission from other landowners to dig.
Some kind of video. It is liquid water.
Yeah.
As we turn our attention now to the weather, beautiful start to the week. The sun was out today.
Oh, the sun was so beautiful. Let's take a live look at, oh, wow, look at that sun set there in the middle in Detroit. These are live conditions. Romulus, Detroit in the middle, Mount Clemens there. Ben is here with a look at whether or not the sunshine is going to stick around for us.
Yeah, Kim, we're going to take that middle picture and just sort of stretch it a little bit so you can see the rest of that sun. Glorious, crystal clear skies out there tonight. That's going to continue as we get into tomorrow and stay with us for much of the day on Tuesday. So these numbers that we see out here, pretty good for the end of February. Upper 40s, low 50s. We're going to do much better than that tomorrow, but we're also going to have to contend with a stronger wind. It's going to be out of the southwest, 25 miles per hour and possibly gusting even higher as we get into the second half of Tuesday. Here, the temperatures this evening, though, will fall pretty quickly again with those clear skies and light winds. 38 by 10 o'clock will be down to 37 at midnight, and a lot of it's going down below freezing tonight, but we will make a quick trek near record territory tomorrow. More on that and the snow behind it coming up in a few minutes. Guys?
Wyandotte Detective Jay Sharps died just 21 days after being diagnosed with leukemia.
The Navy veteran leaves behind his wife, 8-year-old daughter, and a devastated police department. Priya Mann is in Huron Township with the heartfelt tribute.
More than 400 members of law enforcement from a dozen different agencies here today to honor a fallen officer.
Detective Jay Sharps, badge 112, end of watch, Tuesday, February 20th, 2018.
Officers wiped away tears as they heard the end of watch call.
You know that you may not hear, Officer Sharps' name over the radio again, or Detective Sharps, and it's emotional.
The widow of Wyandotte Detective Jay Sharps was inconsolable as she was given a folded flag.
You want to be as supportive as possible. It's an extreme tradition to pass the American flag on to a widow of a fallen officer. And it's very emotional. I'll never forget it.
Just 49 years old, Sharps went to the hospital on January 30th after feeling flu-like symptoms. He was diagnosed with leukemia and died just 21 days later.
3 weeks from the time that he got diagnosed to his passing, don't let those times go to waste. If you have somebody that you want to tell you love them, or you got somebody that you want to share some time with, make sure you do it today, because tomorrow is not always guaranteed.
A Navy veteran who served in the Gulf War, Sharps was remembered for his dedication to serve and protect and his infectious sense of humor.
He was the guy that would be cutting jokes and making everybody kind of just relax a little bit, which is always a good thing.
Hundreds paid their respects at the Michigan Memorial Cemetery, including the Warthog Motorcycle Club. Sharps was an avid rider and honored several times throughout his career for saving lives. A touching tribute to a life well lived and taken far too soon. Reporting from Huron Township, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
Boy, what a stunning turn of events for the whole
3
family.
weeks.
Yeah, it really is. All right, still ahead here at 6. Local ATMs being investigated for stealing your information. We'll tell you where some skimming devices have been found.
But first, a Macomb County family trying to figure out who poisoned their dog with treats. What was found in the food that has other pet owners concerned.
You ready? We've got a warning tonight for pet owners in Macomb County after a dog was poisoned with antifreeze.
This is just horrible. The hashtag Justice for Max quickly gained momentum on social media after a family lost their beloved dog over the weekend. The family says somebody threw several dog treats laced with antifreeze into their yard. Their dog Max got a hold of one and passed away a short time afterward. If anyone has information, call Clinton Township Police. Now to a developing story downriver where crooks are cashing in on the convenience of ATMs.
Steve Garagiola live at Allen Park where a credit union is under investigation for a possible skimming scam. Steve?
Yeah, there are just too many crooks out there. We don't know exactly how many customers got hit, but it looks like somebody had attached some kind of a skimming device to this ATM or the ATM at the other Zeal Credit Union branch over on Allen Road. For the customers who had their accounts hit, they never saw it coming. The credit union put out the alert this weekend after several customers contacted them about fraudulent withdrawals.
I got my alert Friday, 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, on my phone that there was a large withdrawal. I looked at it and I said, I didn't make this.
Skimming devices may have been placed on the walk-up ATM at the Zeal Credit Union branch on Park Avenue in Allen Park and possibly the drive-up ATM at the branch on Allen Road. Customers who used these terminals last week are at risk.
I decided to check my balance because I had been here Friday and my balance was good.
The ATMs have been temporarily shut down until the investigation is complete. If you are a customer, what should you do if you noticed a fraudulent withdrawal?
Just make sure that you're watching your account, and if you do see any fraudulent activity, give us a call or visit the branch. We'll ask you to fill out a quick dispute to make sure that it's fraud, and then we'll reimburse the account.
If you use any ATM, no matter what bank, you have to approach with a cautious eye.
It's also good to just watch those machines, make sure that you're not seeing anything suspicious at them. It's at any ATM, at any gas station, any retail terminal, just look for something suspicious when you're there.
They say when you put your card in to lean over and to try to block, because there's all kinds of ways that they can scam.
Yeah, always be careful at any ATM, and we're sorry, that means this one and the other branch is still closed while they try to sort this out. The good news for customers is the credit union working very closely with customers whose accounts were hit. No customer will lose any money here. There is a camera in here, and investigators are looking at the video to try to see if they can get some clue as to who may have done this. Reporting live in Allen Park, I'm Steve Garagiola, Local 4.
Let's hope they can. It's so frustrating. All right, Steve. Pretty good for a Monday.
So good. It made me just kind of feel like getting up and being productive with the sunshine. And usually I'm not like that on Monday.
Well, you know, remember, we had mild air last week, but we had all that rain, so we didn't get to enjoy it. This came with the sunshine, and everything's working together to just make us a fantastic afternoon. 52 is where we ended up, and you can see the averages, 38 on the high side, 23 on the low side, so we're well above average on the high end and still above in the morning as well. Tomorrow we'll be even further away from those averages and getting close to a record high as we get into the afternoon. So all the state enjoying just very mild temperatures. Even the Sioux still above freezing at 33. Most of us, though, in the 40s as we speak. And that has made quite a dent in the state's snowpack. You've got to go all the way up to Traverse City or Alpena to find snow on the ground. And it's just about 2 inches there. Once you get into the UP, there's still a sizable snowpack there, but Mother Nature making a big dent in it this afternoon. Get lots of pictures on storm pins of deer in the backyard, but this one's quite interesting. It's tough to tell from the reflection. That's an albino doe hanging out in the backyard, and apparently she knows her picture's being taken. She's posing for the picture there as they're out enjoying the sunshine and the mild temperatures as well. High pressure and control tonight and tomorrow, so the sunshine's going to stick around even as those temperatures skyrocket tomorrow. We will get that strong southwesterly flow. That's going to bring in the mild air, and it's also going to eventually lead to showers once we get into Wednesday. It's going to be a wet morning commute, and with that front just kind of hanging around all day, it's going to be off and on showers through the day on Wednesday. We've got another system that's coming our way on Thursday. We're going to switch to a longer run model to show you what we expect that's going to happen as that rain comes in on Thursday. By the time the sun goes down, we will start seeing that rain change over to snow, but we're going to have some pretty warm days ahead of that. So the question is, even if the snow falls, how much sticks? And with the timing of it, when's that switch over going to be? So the bottom line is, do expect to see some snow and possibly even enough to cover the ground, but it does not look like we're going to be in for a major snowstorm on Sunday, or Thursday, I should say. 33 tonight for the overnight low. Skies are going to be on the clear end of things with very light winds. And then here's the goodness tomorrow. High temperatures starting in the metro zone, close to 60 in the city. We'll officially get to 59, but I would not be surprised if a couple of these spots really start spiking again with that strong southwesterly wind and plenty of sunshine tomorrow. 60s down near the state line for highs tomorrow. West zone still pretty good, upper 50s there. And as we get into the north zone, north of M59, even up in Sanilac County, you're looking at mid 50s tomorrow for high temperatures. We cool off a little bit Wednesday and Thursday, but we're still going to be above average for this entire 7-day forecast. So even though there's technically snow in there, a lot of sunshine around it.
Yeah,
let's enjoy it while we got it.
All right, sports is coming up next. Stay with us.